Am I the asshole for telling my partner not to join the same gym as me? My girlfriend, 29F, and I, 33M, just moved to NYC. We're coming from Colorado where we first began cohabitating together and now carrying that on in the Big Apple. We have a little less space now, but I don't think that bothers either of us too much. Even despite this move, my girlfriend and I have always been open and transparent when it comes to having our own individual lives away from each other. We love each other very much, but we understand that having a healthy relationship can often act as a byproduct to having a healthy individual state of mind. While we prioritize spending time together, we also hold doing things individually with high importance. So now that we're in NYC, we both needed gym memberships. In our search I found a gym that I felt confidently would meet all my needs. I was pretty sure it was the perfect fit. She was simultaneously doing her own search but for whatever reason didn't come across the gym that I had found and was generally underwhelmed with what she had found. She wasn't that excited about any of them. She wanted me to tell her about the one that I had found so she could consider joining herself. So I told her the name, she looked it up, and was very interested. It checked all her boxes as well. I told her that I'd prefer to keep the gym as separate activities, a space we could each have for ourselves. Or in other words, don't join the same gym I'm joining. I felt particularly strong about this considering we're living in a small apartment now and I was clinging to the idea of a gym as my own personal getaway whenever needed. At first her reaction was only slightly negative. I explained why I felt this way and ultimately, she said she understood. I've since joined that gym and have been going regularly. But whenever I come home and she asks me, "How was it?" I tell her, "Great," and then I just feel a massive amount of guilt because I know she'd like to be a member as well. Am I the asshole? Edit. Clear consensus here that AITA. That's fair. Although one thing I'd like to clear up. Lots of people seem to think my motivation behind this is so that I can gawk, hit on, and maybe even sleep with other women at the gym in peace. Even if I were very, very single, I would never invade someone's personal space at a place like a gym. It's a safe space where people go for mental and physical health. I would never deteriorate that environment for someone else because I think they're attractive. Anyways, I apologized to my girlfriend earlier today. She's scheduled a tour of the gym for this weekend. I told her I'll use all the referral credits I get from the gym if she signs up to go out to a nice dinner together. We're all assholes sometimes. But this makes me feel lucky to have her. I always knew she was the actual better half. She continues to show it too. Lucky guy. Why can't she go to the same gym as you if it meets both your needs? You don't have to go at the same time or go and work out together. I don't understand your need to prevent her from joining that gym. You are the asshole. My dude, I have lived in NYC. The city is literally your backyard. You can't find another personal getaway space? Coffee shop? Park? Library? You can't go at different times? You can't ignore each other while you're there? You are the asshole. I guess I'm not understanding why you can't just go to it separately. Good grief. You can go at different hours. You are the asshole. I believe you are the asshole simply because you could say that you prefer to go on separate hours, and not just block her completely from that specific gym. That is selfish of you. Telling her you prefer to work out alone isn't. Am I the asshole for not waiting for my mother-in-law to finish her prayer before eating? She is a Muslim, so her prayer isn't related to eating but something she has to do 5 times daily. My mother-in-law always pulls this stunt of waiting right until food is already served at the table to do her prayer. It doesn't matter whether it's lunch or dinner. Everyone is forced to wait for her till the food has gone cold. She would always say, "Go ahead. Don't wait for me, I don't mind the food going cold." But it would be rude not to wait, so we end up waiting, and when she's done she reiterates again why we waited for her and we should have eaten first. So this time, I was really starving and decided to take her word for it. Everyone kept telling me to wait, but I told them, "Sorry, I'm just really hungry. You can all wait if you want," and then took a part of the main dish to my plate and started to eat in the midst of various dirty glares. When the children saw me eat, they also couldn't hold back anymore and boldly reached for the food. Then everyone ended up also eating except my sister-in-law. When my mother-in-law came out, she was shocked when she saw everyone eating and the much more skimpy main dish. She said, "Why, yes, do help yourselves, you've stuffed yourselves full already." Sister-in-law immediately jumped in to single me out as the perpetrator, who started this while everyone else remained quiet. I told her I thought you didn't mind us starting ahead. And she said in a sarcastic tone, "Oh, you thought I didn't mind, huh?" Seems like your parents never taught you manners or how to respect your elders. I extend politeness by saying that but people who have some manners would know not to dig in like a pig. Others started to intercede to calm her down, telling her things like don't mind her, she's young, while mother-in-law retorts what young at her age, I had 3 children, etc., and then told them I'm not eating her food and went back to the room. I still found it kind of funny and childish even after we left until my husband berated me when we got home. He asked me whether I was satisfied now and why I couldn't just be patient, that I knew exactly what I was doing. But even if I did indeed know exactly what I was doing, I believe there was nothing wrong with it, and I'm tired of her pulling these kinds of stunts. But at the same time, I did cause unrest within the family and stirred up things knowingly, which might make me the asshole here. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. This is an easy one. She told you not to wait. You didn't wait. Where is the issue? Not the asshole. Normally, I'd say her house, her rules. But deliberately always waiting to pray until the food is ready and then forcing everyone to wait for you to the extent that their food gets cold sounds like a power trip for her. Her reaction was then extremely immature and passive-aggressive. Sounds like she knows what she's doing and isn't used to being called out on it. Not the asshole, but since she likes to hold you hostage to her prayers, just ensure that you don't go to meals that start before her prayer times. There are very mathematically set times, based on time of year and location, that as a good Muslim she should be following. All you need to do is call your local mosque for the times. Am I the asshole for prioritizing my friend's premature baby over my husband's birthday? My 30 female, husband's 32 male, birthday was coming up at the weekend. I hadn't planned anything specific, but we were going to celebrate with our daughter, 11 months. In the meantime, my friend, 30 female, who has a son, 2 years, had just given birth to her daughter prematurely at 23 weeks. Her family life is difficult, so she didn't have much support around her. These are times when you need to rally around and support. I offered to look after her son so she could spend quality time with her daughter. I picked him up from school a couple of times and took care of him, and he stayed over at our house a couple of nights. As it neared the weekend of my husband's b-day, I told him that if I had to pick up friend's son that week, it would mean baby girl had taken a turn for the worst. As it happened, by the Friday I was asked to pick him up and he was due to stay with us over the weekend. When husband got home that Friday and realized friend's son was with us, he started sulking and giving me the silent treatment. When I confronted him and told him he was acting selfish, he called me ACT whilst holding my daughter in his arms. I was gobsmacked. We carried on with the weekend. 3 days later baby girl died. For context, we had been having a lot of ups and downs in our relationship and were not in the best place. A few months later, my brother-in-law tried to talk to us to help resolve some of the issues we were having. When the situation about the baby came up, he said he was upset that his birthday was ruined and he hoped that by making an effort for his day, it would have helped with the issues we were having. I couldn't believe it. Am I the asshole for not prioritizing his birthday? Not the asshole. Why are you still trying to work things out with a man who would talk to you like that in front of your child? By staying you are telling her that his behavior is okay. Not the asshole. Your friend's child was dying. You could have taken the little boy with you, you could have gotten fancy takeout. There are lots of ways you could have made it work, but your husband went straight to calling you vile names. Am I the asshole for not going to my sister's baby shower because it was on my birthday? I, 22 female, turned 22 last month. I had plans for my birthday. My fiancé and I planned to go to an art museum in the neighboring city, then afterwards go to a buffet restaurant along with some friends. We organized this a couple of months in advance. My sister, Lola, 31 female, is pregnant with her 4th child, and for some reason she decided to host the baby shower on my birthday. I didn't know until she sent out the e-invites around 3 weeks before the day. I messaged Lola and told her that I'm sorry, but the shower is on my birthday and I already made plans to celebrate my birthday. I don't know if Lola just forgot when my birthday was, which I doubt because our birthdays are 10 days apart, but she got really defensive and passive-aggressively said that it's fine that I don't prioritize family. She told me I'm being selfish. Lola told our parents about it and they got mad at me and demanded that I cancel my plans to go to the baby shower and implied that my unborn nibbling will hate me if I don't. I ended up not going to the shower and everyone is royally pissed off at me. Lola has me blocked on everything and my parents are demanding that I apologize to her. Not the asshole. You cancel plans for the first baby, but I'm surprised the fourth child even gets a baby shower. She should have plenty of baby supplies from the first three, so this just sounds like canvassing for free diapers. Not the asshole. You already had plans. Also, she doesn't need a fourth baby shower. Woman facepalming medium light skin tone. Not the asshole. Your sister had 22 years notice not to book that date, but I guess she doesn't prioritize family. Not the asshole. People have baby showers for their fourth? You had plans. Happy birthday. Not the asshole. She didn't need to host it on your birthday and your priorities are understandable. Your family sounds a bit entitled and manipulative, to be honest.